Flowers, we love them, we gift them, we plant them. However, for some, their engagements with flowers go beyond merely caring for them or gifting them to friends or loved ones. Here in Nigeria, it is no longer uncommon to find people taking more than a passing interest in floral designs, arrangements, and so on, as all over the world, this integral part of nature's landscape is fast becoming a lucrative luxury industry. Job creation, financial security, aesthetic beauty, art, purpose, and fulfillment are just a few words to describe the enormous benefits of running a thriving floral business in Nigeria. SME Fast Track reveals Dove Igeri's remarkable journey as a florist.
My name is Dove Igeri. I'm from Edo State, Ososo, to be precise. I'm a florist. I'm a decorator and event planner. And a bit of horticulturist too, but I think I prefer the florist part. That is my business. So there are other stuff I do, but that's basically my business, why I'm here today. I could say 5 years. I could say 5 years. I learned one thing which I'm currently learning also from my business, because I'm currently having a business school going on in Benin, which they also taught. I learned one thing early. Although I didn't have the right words to use. I learned almost every part of the event business. Almost every part, from within the environment. Back then in Benin City, I'm not so used to the terrain in the Lagos state for now, but in Benin City we get it around there. But for the treasured flower, if I may so use, like the rose, the carnation, the chrysanthemum, those flowers, you don't get them in Nigeria, so you have to import them, which is pretty much very expensive, but it is a flower that a lot of people love to have. That is the kind of flower they want to have, but it's not seen in this environment. But for the rich who can afford it, we have to import them from abroad, but most of the time it's from either Kenya or Ethiopia. We have to order from here in Lagos. Then those persons who have license to import those things, they get them for us. So it's quite a tedious thing, because from transportation from Kenya or from whatever country, sometimes in South Africa too, when you import from there, bring it to Lagos, before you now transport it down to Benin City or other part of the country, depends on where you are using it. So that is how we get our flowers. When it comes to flora, the major thing is the flower and the oasis. And your scissors too. Your scissors is very important. Your scissors, your knife, then water. Initially, I had a problem with marketing, which I have also come to discover that that's one thing a lot of us don't know, marketing. Recently I started doing training and programs of marketing. My marketing is one, social media, Facebook and Instagram. But now I've come to then recently LinkedIn. But I've not been doing it well, so I'm rebranding it now to do it the proper way. But my major marketing is doing a good job. I can't really put a figure to it because, okay, let's say, because sometimes you can make up to 5,000, you can make up to 10,000. And sometimes you can even make up to 20,000 naira. And sometimes you can lose. You just lose financially, the financial wise. But in the whole, you didn't lose because let me give an example. I had a job 2 weeks back. Yes. No, sorry, 3 weeks back. I had a job 3 weeks back. And that job, I was supposed to, let me just give it, it's a cheap job, let me use. I was supposed to charge the person, I told the person my minimum charge right now, because I want to grow, I want to be saving money, I want to get money, I want to have my own material. My minimum charge is 100,000. And he was like, bro, I don't have the money, this is the condition. And he's a friend too. So at the end of the day, he was only able to afford something more than half, or I don't know if I should say more than, less than half of what I told him. But I did it anyway. At least I was able to pay all the boys, everybody that worked with me. I was able to take care of all the logistics, all the expenses. I was not in debt at the end of the job. Then me, myself, financially, I did not gain. But that job is opening doors for another job, which I'm currently negotiating with right now. And definitely, if the payment for that one comes, it will cover up for the expenses for that. So give and take is profitable. Like me personally, I didn't have a capital to start my business. And up to now, I'm still not gotten one person giving me a dime to start my business. So it's more or less a struggle. So the thing is, to some extent, it's capital intensive, but it's also very profitable. But it's more profitable if you have the right capital to start. Me, I started with 0 naira. I started with nothing. And up to now, like I said earlier, I've still not gotten anybody supporting me. So I manage with whatever comes. Whatever jobs that comes that I feel like at the end of the day I can get 1 or 2 things from it. Either I make some financial gain, or I get to meet 1 or 2 persons. I get to make friends with a job. Sometimes it also gives me an opportunity to have a job, a picture job, because most clients, when they ask for your job, they want to see what you have done, like a picture or something, or a video, as the case may be. So sometimes most of the job I do is not because I don't gain from it most of the time. But the benefit I have is that friendship I get to meet, and I get to have a material to show to somebody that I am doing it. So it's quite expensive, that's just it. My first job, if I think about it, it was even recently I started thinking about it when I had a seminar back then in Benin. I talked about my first job. I was 30,000 naira as an official job. I'm not talking about the one that will say come and do 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. No, I'm not talking about my first official job. That okay, this one is for the company. It was 30,000 naira, and I still have those materials here. So when I get a job, sometimes some job allow you to buy some material, but some job doesn't allow you to buy material. It depends on the client and the way the person is coming. So job will put you in a condition whereby you have to go and rent those materials. You can't use what you have. You can't even go and buy, because if you buy, you will not meet up the cash, because now they want this particular standard, but they can't actually pay you to that level. You understand? They can't pay you to that level. And if you decide to buy material from that money, you will not give that complete standard. So me, I'm a person, I don't compromise. What I tell you, that's what I want to do. I like my words to be my bond. So that is why I short most of the time. That is how I save. The little I can save, I try and get material with it. But most of the time, we have to rent from people, which is not very helpful to our business. They are more or less like a part-time staff. I can't afford the full-time staff right now. They're more or less like a part-time staff. And depends on the size of the job. The major challenge of florist is short of material. I know people say they are not appreciated. Actually, it is very appreciated in Nigeria, but it's a silent business that people are ready to pay for, but we cannot charge less because the materials are not very much available. For example, we still import oasis till today, and oasis goes up by the day. A few years ago, I used to buy oasis for 5,500 back then in Benin. But now we buy oasis, a carton of oasis for about 11,000. Some may give you for 9,000, but it depends on what stock is available. The another major problem is flower. We don't have flowers in Nigeria. The kind of flowers we have, they are beautiful, but they are not there. We don't have enough production of what even the local ones we have. Then the foreign flowers, which have been branded in a way that is very beautiful, even last longer than our own, and well branded. We don't have it here. And it pains me that we can't grow those things here. It's not that we cannot grow it, but because we have not decided to. Kenya, they are producing. They are one of the biggest producers of those flowers. And it's a very large and viable industry in Kenya. Same thing with Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia started before Kenya. Today, Kenya has power Ethiopia in the business, I guess so. Yeah, I think they have passed them. And they are exporting it. As a matter of fact, I think flower business is one of the largest industry in Kenya and in Ethiopia also, one of the top industries. So I see no reason why Nigeria, who happens to have one of the best florists, internationally, we have one of the best set of florists in Nigeria. But fortunately, the flowers we use, we import them. So it is my dream and aspiration that me personally, I told myself that if I have the funds, I will go to Kenya to find out what they are doing that we are not doing. Some people tried planting it in Jos, but because they don't have support and the instability of peace over there has been disturbing the whole thing. So I commend those persons who were doing it in Jos. I tried to grow some in Nigeria, but I didn't have the right stock and the right knowledge to do it. So I pray well we have Nigerians out there who would want to invest in this. People invested in it in Kenya and they are making money from it. So we can make a lot of money from flower business. So the challenge is just that flower and the oasis. That's a major challenge. Every business has a risk. For example, if you are draping, I have climbed ladder, I have fallen from the ladder severally. It still did not stop me from doing the job. So if you look at those things and say, you fall. I'm falling at like 1 month, maybe 2 months, I was leaping. Not once, not twice. I've been in ladder broke. So it still did not stop me from climbing sometimes 20 foot ladder, 20 foot high and walking. So there are a lot of risks. My key success factor would be that after God is I don't give up one. I try to give my best too. And I see every job as the advert to the next job. So I do it well. Because I don't know if I'm in a position to advise anybody. Because somebody will ask me, how much have you made from florist? As a florist, I mean. Well, it may not be very lucrative right here in Nigeria. But very soon it will be. I'm sure of that. Because, let me digress a bit. When I saw the adverts, this is the first ever floral show in Nigeria. I don't know if there's any, but this is the first ever. That is to tell you something is about to happen. Something big is about to happen. So, don't look at the fact that this person, there's nobody who is very successful in it. So, I don't want to do it. That was what a friend used to tell me those days. When somebody we were discussing what course will you read. I said I love Agric. He said, look at you, there's no money in Agric. My friend, go and do biz admin, go and do this thing. I don't want to bring his personality down, but he's still not a successful person today. He's still not having his own business today. He works for people. But I'm not saying that was bad as a decision, but what I'm saying is don't kill any job, don't kill any idea, don't kill any career. Every career, there is success in it. Just be passionate about it. Just ask yourself if it is something you want to do. And just have one discipline, which is, I am ready to make this successful, and I am not giving up. But most importantly, learn and improve on your skills. I don't just sit down because we don't have any floral school for me to go and improve my knowledge. No, I don't just bank on that. Go is your friend. I go online, I do research, I look at what are the new trends, what are the new ideas. Even though most of the concepts they produce, I cannot produce them with what we have. But I still find a way around it to either develop it, improve on it, or create my own concept, because why? We don't have those materials that they use over there. So, improve on your knowledge, improve on your skills, get better at what you do. be passionate, and most importantly, trust God.